Monday. It is July 3rd and we are starting off today. Actually, we already started off the day. If you happen to notice, my eyebrows may look a little abrasive. I just got them waxed and tinted, so you know it's like very bold and abrasive at first, and then they'll just slowly fade. But did that, took Kyan to karate camp, and now I'm back home. I'm actually starting some meal prep for the week. I do have to work tomorrow, Wednesday and Friday, so I will be working as the 4th of July takes off, but I should be home, you know, to still see fireworks and everything. Our new neighborhood, I think, puts on a really good fireworks show. I've actually been thinking about today perhaps going to Magic Kingdom to watch the fireworks, which Kurt and I did last year with Lane and then one of my best friends. But it gets super crowded, and so I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do that, especially having to work tomorrow. I know I won't get home until like midnight. So for now, I am meal prepping some rice and some boiled eggs. If you found the channel, by the way, I'm Brooke, if you're new here. I know a lot of people have joined or seen my E2M videos, which I think a new round just started today. And I think I'm gonna try to do a modified version of E2M because I need more carbs and things than the program would have you intake, because I am gonna start training for the Princess Marathon weekend. I was able to get in the fairy tale challenge, which I'm so excited about, but that's going to be a 10K and then a half marathon. So I'm going to be starting to do distance over time, and I'm going to need more carbs. So got boiled eggs, we have rice that's starting, and Curtis grilled the night before yesterday. So I have some Greek style chicken that I'm gonna put with the rice. I'm gonna probably roast some zucchini and other vegetables, and then prep those for the next few days. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I just recently invested in this rice cooker, which this is regular white long grain rice that I have in here, but I have been using the 5-minute jasmine rice, which I love. I love the flavor of jasmine rice, and it cooks so quickly. But I did go ahead and invest in a rice cooker. That's also for Curtis. He loves rice, so it makes it very easy for him to cook without burning it and all of that. And then my egg cooker, I've seen these advertised like a million times, but I bought one because I was very, very interested in that. It's super cute. So the neat thing about this egg cooker is that there's lots of other options that you can do. Like, I think I will probably do a version of the Starbucks egg bites in here, because you can kind of make omelets with this insert. So I'll probably do that as well. So some eggs and then some vegetables I think will be really good to have instead of having boiled eggs all the time. So I think that's really neat. I also make regular eggs and stuff on the stove all the time, but that's it. Cheers to Monday. So I just wanted to show really quick, after boiling the 6 eggs, I went ahead and tried to do a little frittata or egg bite, if you will. 2 eggs, some cheese, spinach, and a little bit of red onion is what I had here. I would love to do some mushrooms. Oh, and I did some deli turkey as well. And it looks okay. I'm curious to see. It was very easy to just pop right out because I used a little bit of avocado spray oil. So we'll do a taste test and see how good it actually is. But I'm gonna let it cool off for a second. I am really looking crazy with these eyebrows and no makeup on. So that's okay. I was worried that the spinach and onions wouldn't cook down enough, but they did. This is really good. Oh my gosh. This is delicious. I could make this, because it only took not even 10 minutes, I don't think. I could make this while I was getting ready for work in the morning, and then it's ready to go whenever I'm ready to leave the house. This is delicious. Sorry about the vacuum is going in the background, which has been such a lifesaver because I was sweeping these floors a million times a day. So it's in the background. But I will link my rice cooker and my egg cooker down below. All of my meal prep gadgets and gadgets down below from Amazon. I really think that they help you when you're trying to do the whole meal prep, cut down on time. Like, I don't have to sit there and watch the rice cook on the stove worrying about it boiling over or burning. The eggs as well. I just boiled 7 eggs and didn't have to pay attention to how long they were cooking on the stove. I hit a button and then they were ready, as well as my little egg bite. So amazing, I love it. So my little egg bite, some nuts, I think are gonna be my morning meal. So I think I should be pretty satiated until lunchtime, and then we'll put together our meal prep in just a little bit. A couple of other things that I like to do that really help me with meal prepping is if you like mixed nuts, but for me, I don't necessarily love all the nuts that come in packs. So I really love pecans, almonds, and pistachios. And so what I will do is I will buy a bag of each and make my own nut mix and just store it that way in a sealed container. And then that way I can just take my handful, and I know this is the blend that I really love, and it's already mixed up and ready to package for my meal prep for the week. And I also really love to have sparkling water. If you're trying to cut out soda or things like that, it's just a really nice alternative. So this one's plain. I really love grapefruit as well, and I really love bubbly. It's my favorite and Curtis's favorite sparkling water brand. So for lunch, I actually ended up eating a late lunch because I was editing the video that I posted today. And if you're interested in house content, we just moved to a new house, and so there's some videos on the channel about moving. So for lunch, I made just a big giant salad. And one of the things that helps me whenever I'm trying to prepare meals, maybe last minute, is to have pre-prepped salad kits. And I really love vegetable trays. I feel like they help me prep, or, you know, they're ready to go whenever I'm ready to eat it, you know, if I haven't prepped something. So I basically just take a bag salad. I try to get like one that has cabbage and carrots and all different kinds of stuff in it, radishes. And then I usually will cut up or tear up parts of the vegetables that are in the vegetable kit, and then whatever veggies I have from, you know, dinner the night before or whatnot. So I kind of make somewhat of a niçoise salad. I'm actually going to be preparing some sweet potatoes tonight as part of the meal prep, and zucchini, and that would be so good to put in there as well. And for a quick and easy dressing, just some lemon juice, some balsamic, or you can do red wine vinegar, whichever kind of vinegar you have available. And to keep it kind of on the healthier side, you can do a few sprays of avocado oil, which is what I like. It is just another added fat. Just make sure that you're getting a good brand, because I know some of them can still not be that great. So that was my salad, and I don't feel any guilt or shame about eating a huge salad, especially, like I said, it had been 5 hours, I think. since I had that breakfast. And so I ate a ton of salad. It filled me up. I also added some deli turkey. And again, that's another thing that if you have some rotisserie chicken or you bake some chicken, you can throw that in there instead of using a deli meat, which again can also be filled with sugar and all the other stuff. So today it was a deli turkey, so it was delicious. And so now I am making dinner for everyone. I'm making a homemade hamburger helper, which is super simple. I got the recipe off of Pinterest. Very easy, low cost, a great meal to work in your weekly. I do a bag of frozen vegetables, or I'll steam vegetables or something like that, and fruit, and then that's our meal for the night. It's kind of a hit or miss, whereas I don't know if you're like me, if you grew up with hamburger helper, it was so good, and for some reason my kids can be a little picky when it comes to that, so we'll see if they actually eat it. But while that's cooking, it smells so delicious. I am just prepping my zucchini and my sweet potato. I've already peeled it, washed it. I'm gonna cut that up and put that into a 400-degree oven for about 15 or 20 minutes longer than what I'm gonna do the zucchini, because that's gonna take a little bit longer to cook and roast than the zucchini. So, because I kind of like a bite to my zucchini rather than it being really soft. So I'm gonna cut the sweet potatoes up and get those into the oven.
Talk to me, it's what I want the most in my life. They say you're out of my league, but I don't give a damn. No, deep down, I know you want it. You wanna take a leap and jump in. You wanna fall in love. You get me spinning, wouldn't it be awesome if you just kiss me slowly and had me in your arms? If I could make you see it, it would be something to make the starlight jealous up above. You make me up, hey, lights go out when I see you rolling. Hey, light me up, I love when you go like that. Hey, could be us, kissing in the moonlight. Hey, I'm just
So now the sweet potatoes are in the oven. I'm gonna, like I said, let those cook probably 15 to 18 minutes. Maybe. I'm gonna keep an eye on it because this oven is brand new, and so it actually could be more or less powerful than I anticipate. So, but I do have the zucchini, and I also decided to do some red onion as well. I had some out from the dinner that I was making for the kids, but I wanted to say I am cutting my zucchini in these thick chunks because I think that they cook a little bit better whenever they're in these spear type shapes that are a bit thicker. And so I'll cook them like this, and then when I prep, probably cut them into cut it once in half or in threes. Who knows? I don't know. We will figure it out once we get it out of the oven. For dinner, this looks like it's pretty much done. I'm gonna turn the heat all the way off. I used more like an egg noodle instead of a macaroni noodle, mostly because that's all I had, this and rotini. So I decided to go with these noodles instead of the rotini. And now I just need to add in the cheese and let it sit for a little bit longer, and then it will be done. The cheese that it recommends is doing like a sharp cheddar, but I had two of these like almost empty Mexican style shredded cheeses that needed to be used, and so I think that'll be just as delicious. It's basically Colby Jack cheddar and some queso, and it just melts in there so well. It looks and smells so delicious. I'm just gonna let it sit now and thicken up just a little bit. I think it'd be really good if you did, you know, if you elevated it with a little bit of cream cheese or sour cream and made it a little bit more rich and decadent, but we're not going to do that tonight. While we're waiting on the sweet potatoes to finish roasting, I wanted to share, I just got this little fruit sanitizer off of Amazon. I love I'm not sure if it's Japanese or which Asian culture this TikTok is from, but all of those fancy gadgets, I'm skeptical. I mean, I don't know if it really works, but I bought it and I've been using it for all of our strawberries. I currently have a bowl full of water and strawberries, and I have noticed that, hold on 1 second. I have noticed like a lot of stuff at the bottom of the bowl when it's done, but I also hardly ever soak. I'm really bad about it. I hardly ever soak my vegetables. While we were in the apartment, I did not have my salad spinner, and what I used to do would be to put the fruit, like berries, you know, and all of that into the salad spinner bowl and let them soak with a little bit of vinegar or a little bit of lemon juice, and that would be it. But I haven't had that at the apartment, and so I really have just been rinsing them, which I know doesn't really take away the pesticides or dirt or whatnot, but I recently bought this. I want to know if you have one. Does it really work? Does it do anything, or is it just like to get you to buy something, you know? But all you do is you just hit the power button and you put it directly into your submerged fruit, and then you can see this process. I really don't even know what it's doing, but you can see all these bubbles, and once the light turns off, that means that it's done sanitizing. So I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are. I'll leave it linked down below if you want to look into it for yourself. I'm just gonna saute up some green beans. These will be for dinner. There's a little bit of that avocado oil spray, just a tiny bit of butter, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic salt. I can't do anything too crazy because my kids won't eat it. It's already bad enough trying to get them to eat green beans. Here's a look at the water after rinsing the strawberries. Most of that is seeds, and perhaps I could have just rinsed some of those things off. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Okay, here is the start of my meal prep. This is a half of a cup of rice. This is the grilled Greek style chicken that we cooked the other night, and I normally would leave the chicken in its like cutlet or breast or whatever, because when I microwave this, it's most likely going to dry out a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lemon to this, some lemon juice to this, so it will reheat and still be moist and delicious. But so often at work, I cannot find a knife, or like it's a cheap plastic knife that really doesn't do anything, or I may as well just eat the whole cutlet whole. So I just went ahead and cut it up tonight, and I've got 3 of these, and the roasted vegetables are just about done. So I will pull those out and put them in here, and then I have my full work meal prep for lunch. Then I'll put a cup of nuts and then some boiled eggs, and then like I mentioned this morning, I will probably one day use the egg cooker and make a little homemade egg bite, and that will be it for the week. that's it for the meal prep. 3 meals, a cup of nuts. I'll just add another cup after these are all gone. 2 days worth of boiled eggs, 3 in each, and then we'll make a little frittata or whatnot on one of the days, and that's it. And with that, thank you so much for watching. If you find these videos helpful, let me know. Leave me a comment or thumbs up the video and give me your feedback, your tips, and what are you meal prepping for the week. I also quickly want to just preface again that this is not E2M meal prep, and this is just what I'm doing for the week. I will be running a half marathon and a 10K in February, and so training for that really starts probably in the next few weeks. I went on my first run just the other day for about 30 minutes, and so it's gonna be a lot of training, and I'm gonna need a little bit more carbs and more energy. So that's just what I'm doing for meal prep. And so with that, I'll see you in the next video.